Social media has really changed our world. It's exciting what's happening out there with Flickr and Facebook and LinkedIn, people connecting and collaborating in new ways. It's really changed what we do online. Inside the enterprise, it's a little bit different. We put up partitions to keep people apart. And a lot of barriers. Sometimes it feels like a bad episode of The Office. But in spite of that, there's a lot of people who actually are collaborating and connecting and creating virtual communities inside of the enterprise in spite of all of the obstacles. Even though it might be difficult for us to connect to some of the sites that we'd like to do this on the internet, we're able to do it inside, and we're able to have some success with that. I'm here to tell you that it's being done, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about how it brings value to myself as an employee of an enterprise, and how it brings value to companies and enterprises as well. It can really add a benefit. I've been doing this for over 10 years for Fluor, which isn't a company that springs to mind when you think about social media and cutting edge technology, but we've had a lot of success through knowledge management and the creation of what we call knowledge communities. We have over 49 of these with over 27,000 participants. And just in the last 30 days, over 60% of those people were actually in one or more of those communities, active in doing something, exchanging, connecting, collaborating, sharing. And because people, regardless of the size of the enterprise, people have some basic needs. They have a need to connect. I have questions that need answers. I have a project that I need help on. So we need a way for us to be able to connect with people to get those solutions. We also need to have a genuine need to make a difference in our world, whether it be in our department, on our project, within our company, our community, or the world at large. We want to know that the work that we do matters. But we also need a place where we can gather and brainstorm and discuss ideas and come up with that new big thing, whatever that is. How can we find that and find those people and connect with them, especially across geographic boundaries? It's a challenge. And aside from people, the enterprises have needs too. They're accountable to their stockholders, and they have to watch the bottom line and make sure that whatever we're doing here, that it really drives value for the company. Well, I'd like to share 3 key lessons that'll help give you a jump start in your enterprise. The first is that it's really not about the tool. It doesn't matter so much exactly what tool you're using. It's more about providing a way and changing the behaviors so that people feel free to connect. And the good news is that they're already doing this outside of the enterprise. They're doing this at home. They're with their friends and family on Facebook, or their past coworkers on LinkedIn, or sharing photos on Flickr. IT sometimes, I think, is eating the magic mushrooms, and they think, oh, I'll just throw SharePoint up, or I'll throw a wiki up, or blogs, and communities will spontaneously sprout and grow and thrive. The reality is it's a lot harder than that. You've got to actually do some planning and look at your strategic objectives for the business and how that community can actually support and nurture those objectives and achieve those. The second thing is to remove the barriers to participation. Set people free to be able to share what they want to know. Let them connect regardless of what department they're in or what level in the org chart they're in. Let them share. But don't make it mandatory. You cannot force people to be social, and you can't force community to happen. What you can do is make a compelling experience, and people will naturally be drawn to it. When they see other people having success, they'll go there. And lastly, you want to break down those silos that we often artificially create and separate people, whether it's geographic or business line or department. The best innovations often occur when we cross those lines, those boundaries. The third tip that I'll leave you with is that you need to get sponsorship for long-term success. And executive sponsorship, make sure they buy into what you're doing and they understand the value that it's bringing. That can be difficult to do, but fortunately you can start small, be a little subversive. There's a lot of great open source tools out there for forums, blogs, and wikis and so on that let you get your feet wet. Try it, and build on that success and get the positive attention of the C-level execs. As my granddaughter shows here in this photo, just get out there, get dirty, have fun, and do it. Experiment with these tools, see what you can do, and share what you learn.